Hello, Contrarians, listeners, watchers, subscribers. Here we are with yet another Contrarians post credits, another installment in this journey through MTV Movie Awards nominees and winners from the years 1990 to, well, I guess technically 1991 to 1999, the 90s decade.
Yeah.
For this one, we abandon space, we abandon aliens, and we focus exclusively in one household terrorized by an enigmatic
We
woman with a past.
focus on a domestic war in this case.
Yes, yeah, just as intense, just as over the top and ridiculous as going after an asteroid with a bunch of drillers or going after an alien fleet with a virus. Yes, the hand that rocks the cradle. Here we are. It's fresh. Which means that we pick it apart in the main feed and then we tell you how we really feel. A movie that Alex had a nostalgic connection of sorts to.
Bizarrely, yeah.
I didn't really know anything about it, so it was an interesting episode to record. And here we are with the post credits. So more Rotten Tomatoes quotes, more trivia, a little bit of trailer chatter, and of course the Josh Gad Minute. Alex, let's start with the consensus leading into the quotes. 67% fresh. The consensus says, thanks largely to Rebecca De Mornay's delightfully villainous turn in the central role, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle is an entertaining, albeit rather silly, domestic thriller. Entertaining and silly is a great combination. We've had some of our most joyful Contrarians experiences, I think, in the entertainment but silly department.
Pretty fascinating movie to call entertaining and silly.
That's the problem.
Some of the dialogue and the actions that happen are silly is not a word I would use to describe them.
Yeah, it was silly to think that they could be silly in a movie.
Yeah,
it's
not Monty Python.
No. All right, well, we're going to the first fresh quote from Peter Rayner from the Los Angeles Times, who says, at its best, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle is a bright, nasty psychological thriller with a Joker up its sleeve. Bright.
Cesar Romero?
Jack Nicholson in a cameo as one of the other doctors in the hospital. No, who's the Joker? Is it Rebecca De Mornay? Is this the
Matt
ace
McCoy?
Up the sleeve? Not Matt McCoy.
Oh yeah, it has to be. This movie only exists really with Rebecca De Mornay's performance.
Well, I mean, it could be the Julianne Moore.
That's true too. It's the only real acting performance in this movie. Ernie Hudson goes for it. God love him.
Yeah, but if I was writing that review, I don't know that would refer to Ernie Hudson as a Joker up the sleeve in
maybe
in this context.
A bit tasteless, yeah.
Yeah, I would stay clear from any sort of jokes about Hudson in this movie. Yeah, it has to be Rebecca De Mornay because whenever people think about The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, as much as we liked the Julianne Moore performance, what they're going to think of is Rebecca De Mornay.
Correct.
So, for better or for worse, she's going to be identified with that movie going forward. Next, Michael Upchurch from the Seattle Times says, this is De Mornay's film, and she's a wicked treat, looking daggers at her enemy one moment and then glazing over with sweetness the next. Did you ever buy her as... I mean, I know we didn't because we knew everything that was going on, but did you find her believable when she was being nice?
I mean, no, but you're not supposed to.
Well, because we know from the beginning what's going on, but...
Well, yeah, well, I guess so. I would say that's probably coming from a place of having watched movies and television my entire life, way more so than the average person of just, oh, okay, they shot it from this angle. They use this kind of background music when this happens, so she's evil. But I mean, yeah, if it was just a static shot with no accompanying music, I'd be like, oh yeah, she seems nice. It's
there was never a moment in this movie where, at least I didn't, I don't know about you, where I thought that this could have ended any other way, but with one of them dead. Either Rebecca De Mornay or
well, all women do hate each other, Julio. That's what we've learned from film. So,
especially in the 90s.
yeah,
Bright and entertaining. Because I think that if you pitch her character a little bit differently, you could say, oh, maybe there was a chance that she would see the light at the end, right? She realizes that her husband was a monster, and this woman that she's been tormenting was a victim, and the opposite, right? Woman power. We joined together. We were both victims in a way, and I don't know what the final act of that. She kicks Matt McCoy out of the house. Like both women are like out. You haven't been supportive enough.
They just form like a mutual bond over the situation with Matt McCoy, and they raise the kid.
Yes,
kids. Yeah.
Oh yeah, too. That's right. Yeah, she was pregnant. Yeah, you're right. All right. Whenever they get to the inevitable Hand That Rocks the Cradle remake, I think that maybe they'll give it that little final twist at the end to appease modern audiences that wouldn't be okay with Rebecca De Mornay going all out at the end. Then we're going to close with TV Guide, no critic listed, and says, this jovially sinister middle-class morality tale come horror show is predictable, implausible, and fiendishly entertaining. Are they middle-class, Alex? They're building a greenhouse.
Yeah, maybe in the 90s. Now,
pre-tariffs.
That house they live in is like would legitimately be like fucking most modern standards, like fucking $700,000. Like, yeah, because we live in an awful time where I'll never own a home, Julio. You're better off than me because you're much older. You're a boomer, so
I will be. I am not a boomer, but I will be paying for this home for the rest of my life. So,
checkmate.
Yeah,
you gonna build a greenhouse?
No, too much work.
Yeah, and there's the entire fear that Julianne Moore might come and die in your backyard at some point. So.
Yes. Can we stop just at the part where Julianne Moore comes to visit the greenhouse and just stop the story there? Because that'd be awesome.
Can we just stop at the part where Julianne Moore comes to my house?
Yes. All right. Well, those were the quotes. Let's move on to the trailer chatter. So the trailer for The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, one of those full-on voiceover trailers. Alex, how'd you like that voice, the narration? We don't hear those anymore.
Great. The Bartell family thought they found all they needed. A couple things immediately. Julianne Moore's fate if you watch the trailer. And then they probably, because I don't know how you fit that in a trailer, but the first act's going to be kind of weird for you just based off that trailer.
Yes. You're like, hey, that's cute. Oh no, that's cute. That was exactly my reaction. As I was watching the trailer, trying to fool you into, oh, she's a nice person. No, she has a secret. I was wondering what it would be like if the movie skipped that first 10, 15 minutes and the movie started with them looking for nanny and then they meet her. And so you think, a little bit what we were talking about just a minute ago, maybe you could buy that she's a good person and you don't know what the movie's about. Somehow you didn't see the trailer. And so it's a late stage reveal, like her backstory. And then I was thinking, no, if they did that, I would hate it. I think that I would complain about it. I would be saying, why do you turn it all into a cheap reveal when you should have established it from the beginning? But then they did that in the movie and it also didn't work. So you just can't win. Lots of Matt McCoy smiling here.
Yeah. They also keep in there's only one woman for me. That's all you'll need.
Yeah, they make it look like it's going to be more of a love triangle there.
Yeah, and they do keep in the titular line of Julianne Moore saying, the hand that rocks the cradle controls the world, or whatever it is she says.
She closes the trailer, pretty much.
No, but that's an awesome... That to me, that seemed like the home video trailer. Like that was, in terms of, that was the trailer that was on a popular movie you rented at Blockbuster. You popped it in and it would be on there. Like, all right. Titillating. The blonde's pretty cute.
That blonde looks cute.
No. no Ernie Hudson at
No,
all,
no.
who plays a pretty important character in the movie.
Probably for the best, because his scenes out of context, I think, would be jarring.
That's fair.
It would lead you to make the worst assumptions about that character and the way that he's portrayed. So I think that's a good call.
We handled things way more delicately in the early 90s.
Oh yeah, we're more mindful. Uh, there is a lot of Rebecca De Mornay like doing evil things in the trailer, which I guess is what's supposed to tell you in the movie. But then there's also that silly shot of her throwing a tantrum in the bathroom stall,
Mm-hmm.
which is silly in the movie, and it's even sillier when you isolate it and put it just in the middle of the trailer. Like, what does that mean? What is the significance? Is that Annabelle Ciora's favorite bathroom stall? Is that why it's being destroyed? What's the big deal there? Well, no, you see this trailer, Alex. Does it make you want to watch the movie?
Oh yeah. Well, in 2025 it does. I don't know when I was a 5-year-old kid or whatever when this came out if it would have, but yeah, it's a weird thing we've lost because this is treated with sincerity. If a trailer for a new movie came out like this tomorrow, it would be like, oh, it's a throwback.
Right.
And so there's something that we lost along the way of making just one, dumb movies like this, and two, trailers that are just meant to appeal to you on like just a base level of human. Like, oh, this pretty blonde showed up and now she's fucking shit up with this family. You got to see what's going on here. So.
Who is Matt McCoy going to choose?
Yeah, exactly. Which, spoiler, in the movie, it's not like he has much of a struggle with it. He basically is just like, no, you misunderstood what I said.
Can you tell it's Matt McCoy in that shot towards the end where he falls? You know, and it's the climax of the movie. Towards the climax, when
he takes the Child's Play 2 bump.
yes,
I mean, maybe.
like I knew it was him.
People weren't like pausing and screenshotting trailers back in these days, Julio.
I don't know that even today anybody would like frame by frame the trailer for The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Yeah,
super fan. All right, well, I think it's an okay trailer. It's probably it paints the movie as a little more lighthearted, so to speak, than it really is. Even though the movie is, because like we said, there's some heavy shit that happens, especially at the beginning of the movie. Before we go to trivia, Alex, let's do it. Not a whole lot of characters here, but we have to do the Josh Gad Minute. So
I have no idea. Like, I guess you could replace Matt McCoy.
It's the obvious choice.
Or one of the people he works with, or shit. Julianne Moore's husband.
Man, I can't even remember what that guy looks like.
Or you could do like fucking I guess I don't know, for the purposes of this, you could do the real estate agent that Claire meets at the old house where Rebecca De Mornay used to live, and she figures it out along the way.
She finds the pump.
Yeah, because he's an idiot. He's like, what is that? And but yeah, man, there's not many options here. This is a pretty close set as it regards one Mr. Josh Gad.
But we are in agreement that we would not cast him as the Doctor at the beginning of the movie.
No, absolutely not.
That role has already ruined John Delancey for me, so we don't have to have it ruin Josh Gad also.
And yeah, we can't cast him as Solomon. Just
no.
Yeah.
At this point, Ernie Hudson has that cross to bear forever. So he took it for everybody else, and why would you mess with that? The Matt McCoy thing. I mean,
I guess you could, honestly, but that's like the extent of like him getting a lot of screen time and not just like showing up briefly.
Do you buy him though do you buy them as a couple, Annabelle Ciora and Josh Gad?
Probably not. And I also don't buy Rebecca De Mornay in this movie pining for the emotional and physical attraction of Josh Gad.
Well, you never know. I mean, she's not doing it for the gad. She's doing it to hurt Annabelle
Yeah, that's
Sciorra.
true.
So
Fuck it. The little kid, was it Emma? Was that her name?
Madeline Zima
Yeah,
of the nanny's fame.
we make her a boy, and then we just like do Little Man, where we superimpose Josh Gad's face onto the kid.
I mean, he would have plenty to do
Mm-hmm.
because that little girl plays a big role in the movie. I like that. I like that scene. I like that choice because it plays into the ridiculousness of the movie. You completely diffuse everything else. All right, we're doing it. No choice for you, Mr. Gad. We're just decreeing that you're going to play a little boy. It's Matt McCoy's and Annabelle Sciorra's offspring.
Yeah.
Why not? The hand that rocks the Gad. That's the new title. All right, Alex, hit us with some trivia.
The Hand That Rocks the Cradle was released on January 10th of 1992. We talk about in the episode the dreaded January slot that movies sometimes are given. But this was one of those examples where the idea behind that paid off when there was nothing else to see, because off of a $12 million budget, this thing made $140 million. It also went on to be a fucking smash at the video rental stores nationwide in the United States. We talk about in the episode the squabble that Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert had over this movie. We use their quotes and stuff. I just want to tease that. So if you haven't heard the episode, you'll go and listen to it.
It will make you want to go see the episode.
It's true. The Hand That Rocks the Cradle was released on VHS on July 8th, of 1992, on DVD on December 8th of 1998. So that's like an original fucking run DVD there. I remember the first movie I ever heard the phrase DVD used for was Spice World. I remember seeing a commercial for it, available on VHS and DVD. This,
and you're like, what is that? What is DVD?
Yeah, it's true. The original DVD, the theatrical trailer was the sole special feature, which we've lost that. Movies will still come depending, but there are a lot of movies that will have some sort of special feature or features, be a commentary track or a little featurette on the making of or whatnot. But they stopped that full, like, theatrical trailers do not come with movies anymore. Because my only assumption, I'm sure I could figure this out if I researched it, but I can only be left to assume that it came down to litigation over like music rights and what the actors get paid for that being like one of the special features. Because that was like the whole thing with all of the original DVDs, man. Like going up to like probably like 2005 or some shit. Yeah. You would find the theatrical trailer was part of it.
I mean, if they were really putting in the work, it was a trailer, every trailer, the teaser, trailer A, trailer B, TV international spot. Trailer, and then the TV spots.
Yeah.
I see. I mean, that makes
X-Men
sense.
Movie. I remember the DVD had like 9 different trailers on it.
Character trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah. My assumption was just that they stopped putting them in because they're so easy to find online now.
Oh no. That's not it. It has to be money, dude. Well, okay. Well, no, it has to. My theory is that it got to a point where it had something to do with like, because 90s movie, especially like 2000s movie trailers, all this like the music that's used in them and shit, like there has to be rights fees and whatnot that you have to pay. I think it got to a point where they figured out how they could retain that, but then they're just like, fuck it. You know, no one buys physical media anymore. Which is, in truth, like Criterion, a lot of older movies and shit, that it'll still come with like the radio spots, TV spots, things like that. So it's just kind of funny to think now we view Criterion as like the most elaborate, comprehensive version of a movie, where it's like Hand That Rocks the Cradle that came out in 98 had the same shit, dog.
Yeah, Criterion is the greatest thing ever now, but in a way, that's what it was like when they were first coming out. Or that, once they got the game all set up.
Man, I was at the
Paramount Selects. You have a couple of those of the right?
Those are solid.
They also have like a whole bunch of special features.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So
yeah, like the Almost Famous one, I think it like comes with both versions of the movie and like multiple commentary tracks and trailers and photo galleries and whatnot. Yeah, I was at the Recycled Books in Denton this past weekend, and they have a Laserdisc section, and I was just kind of looking at. They had
Circling
a yeah, exactly, like fucking Jaws.
it.
They had Some Like It Hot, and again, Laserdiscs are early '90s, and I was just kind of reading it. It was like in my mind, DVDs were like the introduction of bonus features. Like, nope, these big fucking plastic vinyl records were doing it years beforehand. So never forget what they took away from you, because most of you didn't appreciate it. That's the problem. In 2012, got a Blu-ray release. In 2014, it was announced Supernatural writer Daniel Laughlin was set to executive produce and write an adaptation of the film alongside Ted Field, a producer on the original film. The remake was reportedly in development for ABC Family, but it did not move forward.
So it's
Family
gonna be
movie,
like
Julio.
a TV movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Starring like Raven Simone or some shit.
Vanessa Hudgens.
On September 26th of 2024, so recently, it was announced that a new remake of the movie would be in the works at Walt Disney Studios under 20th Century Fox, because keep in mind, Disney owns everything.
Yeah.
We are heading towards a place where Disney and Amazon will own everything. Prepare yourself here.
Treasure your DVDs.
No. Prepare yourself for who's going to be in the Rebecca De Mornay role.
Oh. So they have an announced casting? Or is this speculation?
This is the announced casting, assuming this movie goes through and isn't canceled. Micah Monroe.
Oh. Sticking it to me. All right, to clear the air for people that may not be aware, you just
I
put into
love
this
Micah
video.
Monroe.
Alex is a big fan. I don't have anything against her. I just don't like It Follows. That's really all I have to go on. And then he brings her up every now and then a new horror movie that he's watching. I'll be like, because of It Follows, not because I have anything against her. She might be great. I kind of think that she needs to break out of the horror genre, though.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing, because Watcher is fucking awesome, and Significant Other is okay. She's great in it. Long Legs, I've seen a movie before, so it didn't make me fucking come in my pants. But she's really good in that movie. According to her filmography, she's in Independence Day Resurgence. So there you go.
Oh man,
she tried and it didn't work out, man. And of course, she's in Labor Day. So
that was her London. Independence Day Resurgence was one attempt at leaving.
So that excites me. Michelle Garza Cervera is set to direct, and just quickly going over here, this is not a gal I'm particularly familiar with. She's best known for her directorial debut film, Huesera the Bone Woman, which was awarded the Best New Narrative Director in the Nora Ephron Award at the Tribeca Film Festival.
I'm assuming the Nora Ephron Award is to comedies, right? It would be really weird if they gave Nora Ephron Award to a horror filmmaker.
This is described as a psychological supernatural body horror. A 2022 Mexican-Peruvian film. So. Nora Ephron, just, I made Bewitched. She's directing, Micah Bloomberg writing the script, and on October 11th of 2024, Mary Elizabeth Winstead was cast.
I am very interested now. Is she playing the Julianne
role?
Oh, so she's a mom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, man. They might not blow this, Alex.
This might be good. Happens, if this movie comes to fruition, this might have to be a Contrarians field trip where we go to the theater to see this together.
Yes.
At the 19th Saturn Awards, it was nominated for Best Horror Film, Best Actress for De Mornay, and Best Supporting Actress for Julianne Moore. Let's see here what took it home. It lost out in the Best Horror category to Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is another movie we've covered on here before.
Yeah.
crazy lineup, dude. Twin Peaks, Hellraiser 3, Hand That Rocks Cradle, Candyman, Brain Dead, and Basic Instinct.
Brain Dead is a New Zealand movie, right? That
Dead Alive
also
is what we
covered.
know it as. Yeah.
Yeah.
For Best Actress, Rebecca De Mornay lost out to Virginia Madsen for Candyman. Was nominated alongside Cheryl Lee for Twin Peaks, Winona Ryder for Bram Stoker's Dracula, Sharon Stone for Basic Instinct, Meryl Streep for Death Becomes Her, and Sigourney Weaver for Alien 3. Yet another Contrarians entry. And here we go.
Royalty.
This is where it gets real fun. Julianne Moore, nominated for Best Supporting Actress. She lost out to Isabella Rossellini for Death Becomes Her, nominated alongside Renee Russo for Free Jack, Frances Sternhagen for Raising Cain, Marcia Strassman for Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, Robin Wright for Toys, and Kim Cattrall for Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country. Oh, man.
All in attendance.
Yeah, like the fucking 8 of them on the screen and just real contemptibly like looking over at the other. But the reason for this season being the MTV Movie Awards, we go all the way back to 1992, in which The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, it went 50-50 up at bat. It had 2 nominations and took home 1 bucket of golden popcorn. The Best Female Performer, this was both, mind you, for Rebecca De Mornay. She was the star here.
Nobody else showed up to not even Matt McCoy, just for support.
Just gets out of the limo all fucking drunk and like falling over and shit. Rebecca De Mornay nominated for Best Female Performance alongside Julia Roberts for Dying Young, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio for Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Gina Davis for Thelma and Louise. All of them were just playing second fiddle, though, to Linda Hamilton for Terminator 2 Judgment Day, which I will not argue with because it's possibly the greatest movie of all time.
Inevitable.
Speaking of Terminator 2 Judgment Day, its lead villain, Robert Patrick, lost out to Rebecca De Mornay, as in the Best Villain category, Mott, is that her last name? Mrs. Mott took home the bucket of golden popcorn, beating out the aforementioned Robert Patrick, Alan Rickman for Robin Hood, Wesley Snipes for New Jack City, and Robert De Niro for Cape Fear. So MTV going a little bit woke there, giving it to the sole female nominated in the lineup.
Again, I hope that De Niro was there, still looking like his character from Cape Fear. So like the hair all messed up,
back hair, the Hawaiian shirt,
yeah. The tattoos.
We've talked about this particular ceremony already in the lineup, but I do want to just again call out the absurdity of Guns N' Roses' "You Could Be Mine" not winning Best Song from a Movie.
But it was nominated, right?
It was nominated, yeah. All right, we're here. We're doing it. Bryan Adams' "Everything I Do It For You" from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is what won. The nominees were Guns N' Roses' "You Could Be Mine," which is legitimately one of my favorite GNR songs, but also the music video where like fucking Arnold's hunting them is incredible. Eric Clapton, "Tears in Heaven" from Rush. Comparing those songs, what he wrote that song about to fucking just acts. Anyway, "Color Me Bad," "I Want to Sex You Up" from New Jack City. And then MC Hammer, "The Addams Groove" from the Addams Family.
I remember that came up sometime. It hasn't been this summer event. At some point, because it was maybe it's not the Addams Group, but there's another one that is there's "Whoop There It Is," but instead it's to the they put the Addams Family in the lyrics.
Yeah, it was like it was "Whoop There It Is," like Addams Family Value. Yeah, it was something like I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Speaking of the ridiculousness of this ceremony,
it was a simpler time. I'm sorry.
It was a happier time, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
The Best Kiss category, my jaw hit the floor when I saw that they actually nominated De Niro and Juliette Lewis in
Cape Fear.
Cape Fear.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a very unsettling moment in the movie, and that's the way it's supposed to be. It's not like Scorsese is being a pervert or anything, but still, to nominate it against, I think all the other kisses are romantic kisses.
Yeah, it's tells you you're not the Academy Awards. That's for
No,
sure.
they don't care.
That being the year, that was the inaugural MTV Movie Awards, if I remember correctly, hosted by Dennis Miller. Lifetime Achievement Award went home with Jason Voorhees, which was hilarious in '92 because there was still Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, Freddy versus Jason. He still had a whole lot to go. That's the mark of a true fucking legend in his field. You get the Lifetime Achievement Award before you're done.
You're like, I'm not leaving.
But that is the hand that rocks the cradle. I think that sets the stage for what to expect in terms of our kind of all over the place feelings about the movie itself. It won an MTV Movie Award, though. There's a lot of movies that didn't.
That's more than you can say about Batman Forever, which we covered extensively. Didn't take home a single award. So, to be fair, there was a lot of inner competition in that movie. So, here Rebecca De Mornay had like nothing. It's just like
They gave her the keys to the key to the city. It's like, it's all you, girl. We know these other fucks didn't do anything. Matt McCoy, come on.
Anyway, that's the hand that rocks the cradle. Watch it if you dare. Get through those first 10-15 minutes that are kind of rough, and then just kind of like sit back and let it wash over you as Ernie Hudson, Julianne Moore, and others do their best to entertain. Coming up next on the Summer of the MTV Bangers, a movie that I might have seen. I honestly don't remember. I know that at the time I was familiar with Dawson's Creek, and therefore Disturbing Behavior, starring Katie Holmes, was a movie that was like, hey, that's Joey Potter. She's in a movie. Have you seen it, Alex?
No.
All right. Well,
young James Marsden before he got that sweet, sweet X-Men money.
Yeah, this is the main thing to call out right now about Disturbing Behavior is that I don't think it's even 90 minutes. It's less than 90 minutes. It's like an hour 20 or something. So it'll be nice. Because
we're already at a 3.5-star base just off of that. So.
Yeah. On the heels, we're still recovering from Armageddon, so this is good. But that's it. So watch Disturbing Behavior. Get ready for our next episode, and that'll be it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll talk to you again soon.